As well as using engobes mixed with stain to achieve colours, I also used some slips made out of different bodies as well. So this is just a terracotta slip, which I use quite a lot. And I'm just going to, I've already put this texture on at the top here, but I want a bit of this sort of darker colour, which will be a sort of background for a lighter colour that goes on top. So you'll still see bits of the terracotta coming through once I put the next layer on. So I can just put that on really quite liberally, quite not worrying too much about where every brush mark is going. But I don't want to cover the whole thing. I want the bottom to be a different colour. So I'm going to add a little bit of yellow into the bottom. And wet it again. You can just see the terracotta just begins to run down a little bit. And then I'm going to add a bit of blue into that as well. And because it's quite wet now, that's going to run and create some nice sort of drip marks onto the surface. So again, these are all just initial colours, sort of like a base layer, much of which will get covered up when I put. Mostly this piece will be white when it's finished, so I'm going to paint some white engobes on the top of it when this is dry. So I'm putting this on, letting it dry off for as long as it takes, and then I'm going to work on it again with the next layers. I'm loosely thinking about this little piece when I'm making this one. So this is a piece I made quite recently, and I really like it. It's got a sort of spontaneity to it, and I don't want to. I'm certainly not trying to copy this piece as a bigger version here, but there's some of the colours that I think work quite well in here. Which I want to get across in this piece, but it will take on its own characteristics because it's a different piece of work. All my work is very much one-offs, so I don't try and copy a piece because it just wouldn't work. It would lose something when you're trying to copy it. So it'll sort of go its own way. Having sprayed it, it does get very wet. So I'm going to put it on a block of plaster, and it can dry off. Leave it for a while, as long as it takes, and then I'm going to work on it again.